This is Mark the Meerkat in for D7 from freeonlinetradingeducation.com, brought to you by Grok Trade with the broad market review for the 18th of February 2016. All right, let's take a look at the markets. We've been climbing the last 3 days, but what about today? Nope. It did fall down on us here. Let's take a look at the numbers. We have the S&P down to 0.4, the Dow down to 0.25, the Q's down 1.1%. They pulled back the hardest, and small caps down about 0.5%. Bank also down 1.1%. Remember, we can't go anywhere without the banks. That's a big pullback. And the VIX was also down 2.69%, down to 21.7. Still above that 20 threshold for a calm market, so we're still in a volatile market. However, interesting how some of the fear came out even though the market pulled back. And then we've got gold and silver. They spiked again today. People are starting to buy back into gold and silver, up 1.5 and 2.4%. Oil, it pulled back today, down about 1.3%. The dollar, it was down just slightly. And then we have the trend trade, not on. It's in the bearish territory, but we do not have the trend trade tonight. So let's take a look here at the daily chart. And my comments, by the way, the last couple of days, I was saying be very cautious here. It was mostly towards being positioned longer-term traders. Your short-term swing traders that, are in trades 3 to 5 days, yeah, this might have been an opportunity for you. But right now we are stalled. You see how we had this run up here, and now we are stalled right here in this 192 to 195 area on the SPY. And a couple of things can happen here. We can hit this resistance area and roll back down, or we could consolidate here for a while, as setting up a platform to take off again. And so let's just wait and see what happens there, especially for the longer-term traders. I'll show you the weekly chart in a few minutes, and you'll say, oh, no, I wouldn't trade that particular pattern. And here we've got the DIA here. It, again, also 3 days up in a row, and then we stalled. We ended up pulling back a little bit. Qs, same thing. It falling wedge, we broke out and stalled. In fact, this one pulled back pretty darn hard, didn't it? More than halfway from this one here. And then we've got the small cap and the IWM, it down here, and it broke out, but didn't even come close to its prior swing high, not even close, and it is also stalling here. And look at that. If you go back here, look at all this right around this line here. It's been a line of support for quite a while. Now could become resistance. Let's go to the weekly chart in the SPY. And for you longer-term traders that are, in a trade for a couple of weeks to a couple of months, you can see here, well, before this candle was started, would you have traded that pattern? It really wasn't a good trading pattern to say, I'm going long the market. Now we're starting to become bullish here. We need to wait till it breaks out up this way before we'd want to get long in longer-term positions. Now, look at the size of that candle, and it's only been a 3-day trading week so far. Kaboom, baby. This is one of the largest. We're on track here. If it decides to take off again tomorrow, we could have the biggest week since November in a single week on the S&P. It all depends on what happens tomorrow. Again, and only a 4-day trading week. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart here on the Dow. And it too is just down here in this area here. So you see it does not look like a major breakout when you pull back and look at the weekly charts. And of course on the Qs here, they were down here, and again just coming off their lows, still haven't gotten back up this way on the weekly chart. Well, this is Mark the Meerkat. Are you trading as well as you want to? Do you know that 89% of people don't make money in the markets? And of the 11% who do, about 90% of them have a mentor. And we have a mentoring program, and actually about a month from now, and it was third weekend in March, we will be having Infusion Weekend, in which we'll have 3 days of training. If you want to know more about what our mentoring program is about, go to groktrade.com. That's right, groktrade.com. And right up here it says Training Mentor. And this tells you all about what you get. You get 3 days full immersion in the actual training part of it. But then we begin a lifetime support that we give for you, all for one price. We're not going to keep charging you for every 3 months. We're going to coach you. No, it's from that point forward. And many of these other benefits that you have here. And you can read more about the program down here if you'd like, and we even have testimonials from people who've been through it. Now, these are uncut testimonials, so they're not real pretty, but you get to hear what they said before and after, the nice things that they say about us, so we don't want to edit that out. If you are interested at all in our mentoring program, you could go ahead and fill this form out, hit submit, and you'll get a call from either Carolina or D7, and they'll just have a conversation with you, just to find out where you are in your trading, to see if our mentoring program might be a benefit to you. It is not a hard sales call, believe me. And if you're still not convinced, take a look here at this message. Trade well.